Unfortunate break for Andre Gray. And Gray goes for goal, and Pickford is forced into his first save of the evening. And it's a good one too from Jordan Pickford. Lucas Dean. How fortunate was he? Now, Alex Iwobi. Richarlison. That's better. Past his man. Can he find a blue jersey with the cutback? Gomez! Blocked on the goal line. This was the Everton chance. Gomez had certainly beaten Aurelio Gomez, but not Mariappa. Beginning to create an opening or two. And they've struck the crossbar. Alex Iwobi coming closest of all. Deflected, and it's off the crossbar. Lucas Dean this time, striking the woodwork via a deflection. Lucas Dean plays it in towards the 6-yard box. Deulofeu back defending. Iwobi takes it from him and wriggles his way past a couple. Puts it dangerously into the 6-yard box. Walcott, it's there this time. Mason Holgate, of all people, has scored his first ever goal for Everton. What a night for him! What a moment! Chalabar for Deulofeu. Deulofeu's shot, well blocked. Michael Keane. Now Everton can break. Cenk Tosun for Richarlison to finish maybe against his former club and wrap it all up for Everton. Richarlison delights in another goal against Watford, and it's a goal that seals Everton's passage into the quarter-finals.
Fellaini finds Baines. Neat touch, Fellaini with a little bit of space. Pienaar couldn't find Osman, but Goodison sweeps up into Fellaini. Chance here is there for Osman. Osman for Everton. Whoa, just past the far post. Good move by Everton. Osman getting inside the area, and the ball moved sharply in the end. Just calling for it. Corker did well, didn't throw himself in, just tightened the angle down for Osman, made it difficult for him, got his shot away, but it was across the face of the goal and away for a goal kick. Lovely ball in. Osman curls it in. Well, it was Morris might have been beaten by that, but Corker did really well to get his body in the way. Everton asking all the questions here as we go into added time. 1 minute of added time. Baines is there, and Gibson is there, and Pienaar might fancy it as well. Baines is going to have this. There we go. That's the wall. Baines tries to drive this time, and Naismith knocks it wide. I think he must have been offside, surely, from the position he was in. But he'd be disappointed he didn't hit the target. Well, I tell you what, I just wonder whether he was onside there, Naismith, and whether that wasn't an absolutely golden opportunity to make it 1-0. Well, shot coming in, and it's gone in. Spurs have scored. Well, it was something out of nothing, really. The ball played forward, and Dempsey tried his luck and lifted the ball over Tim Howard and into the back of the net, and Tottenham Hotspur lead. It was a strange shot in that it wasn't blasted, it seemed to just scoop up as the ball was played forward. Huddleston just turned, did it take a deflection, went over Tim Howard and into the goal. It was a good turn by Dempsey. It did, it came off Distan. That's why it looped into the net. Now Jagielka. Velios tries to pick it on the ball, comes out to Naismith. Naismith forward. Jelavic. Couldn't chest it down. Chance here for Everton now. Ball clipped in by Coleman. Header, goal for Everton. It's Steven Pienaar who's scored it. Something out of nothing. Pressure right at the end by Everton, and Steven Pienaar has got the equaliser for the Blues, almost at the death. So Steven Pienaar makes it Everton 1, Spurs 1. Ball played out, Coleman in, Fellaini wanted it, and Pienaar came racing in and headed it down. It was a really, really good header. Ball clipped into the danger area, and look at the way Pienaar angled his body to get power behind that header and head it down and beyond Lloris, who went the right way, very nearly kept it out. He got a finger to it, but Steven Pienaar, the former Spurs man, has scored against his ex-club, and Everton are on level terms. It's a goal, it's there, Jelavic has scored for Everton. Incredible stuff right at the end of the game. Incredible. Jelavic delighted to get back on the score sheet, his 6th goal of the season. David Moyes is delighted. The Gladys Street end has erupted, and Everton look as though they're going to pick up 3 very, very valuable points indeed. Jelavic taking the accolades. It was pumped into the middle. He was onside as the ball went through. It was just put in the danger area, and Jelavic read the situation perfectly. That was a goal scorer's goal by Nikisa Jelavic. He read something that others might have stood and watched, and David Moyes screams yes. And yes, Jelavic may well have given Everton a very, very important 3 points here.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Stretch it out nice and tight, man.
Hello.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry, juggling. Perfect, thank you. This is
Sarah's
Sarah's
Coleman. Hiya.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Good, good.
Good for Sarah.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Come on out.
Afternoon. Okay.
It's me, I'm afraid. Leading it off. Let's start with the team news, if we can. I think Yerry Mina is top of the list. How's he doing?
He worked with the team this morning. Like I said after the match, was nothing serious what he has in this knee this moment. We did the normal exams. We did again after the match, and nothing serious. It is matter of him to just have the conditions to support the pain he has in this moment. And if he can do that, he can train, and possibly he can play as well. Today he did in the morning. Let's see did all the session. Let's see how we'll react tomorrow, and after we'll take the decisions.
Is it a worry though in terms of how he started against Watford but didn't quite make it to half time? Is he doubt then whether he can start? How do you work out that?
No, we decided because like you know, we didn't take the risk against Brighton. He has travelled with us for the match, but stayed out of the squad list. We didn't take the risk, and after he worked 2 days before the game against Watford, and we took the decision. We have the exam, we have his feedback as well, and we took the decision. He felt a little bit pain, and again was to don't take the big risk. You know how our solutions for the central defenders are not in a big number. You have to take care of about them three, and we did that. Michael was in the bench and come in a good level as well. We've been arrested 2 days, and let's see how it will be tomorrow. But we hope nothing really special, and looks nothing special.
And other than the long-term injuries, everybody else okay?
Okay, you know the Bernard situation, GP situation as well. Nothing new with them. We have to wait a little bit more time. All the others are in a good conditions.
So in terms of the performance against Watford then, have any of the players that maybe weren't involved for Brighton, have they changed your opinion, whether it be coming in and showing you a good performance or maybe not being up to the standard that you wanted? What decisions have you got to make now?
Different games, you know. When we decided the 11 to the match against Watford, because we thought that is the best 11. Some players are working really hard to get that chance, and we gave them. Some of them we have to manage his physical condition as well. I think it's a normal situation. We play Saturday, we play again Tuesday, and we have to manage the situation. About the performance, and we achieved the main thing for us was the win. About the performance, I already spoke as well. Better the second half than the first one. Second half we had a good performance. We deserve clear the win. We are the better team on the pitch. We kept our patience during the game. It's one of the main things when you are playing this cup ties as well. And we achieve. Now will be a different game. We have the players in a good conditions. It's up to me to decide within our plan, our strategy as well. The opponent team we will play against to decide what will be the 11.
Where would you say is Richarlison's best position now? Because most of his goals seem to come, you might tell me differently, but from the left when he sits just behind the front rather than being in that front. So is that a better role, or is he the man for all occasions up front?
I don't have all the goals Richarlison in my mind. I cannot tell you if it's true or not what you are saying. Coming from the left, he played on the right. He scored twice against Wolves. Last game at Brighton, he plays as a striker and scored. I know it was from set pieces, but he scored and plays as a striker. I don't know what I know about him. He can play the three positions in our attack line. For sure, he's able to do that. He's a player can feel and can smell easy the goal if he stay around the box, inside the box. He can smell. He has that difficult thing in one player, that smell easy the goal, and he's able to play in the three positions the team needs from him.
A first goal ever for Mason Holgate in an Everton shirt, and I think it's his first successive starts for a long time as well. And he knocked on your door, didn't he, a few months ago now to talk about his future. So where does he lie in your plans now, and did anything change with his appearances the last couple of matches?
First, it was a very good moment for him. His first goal is always when you score your first goal with a blue shirt is always important, and he did that. Important moment to him, for the team as well. In one important moment, the last match. As I said to you many times, he was working really strong and well. We had that conversation like normal. I have with some of them. Was a moment he felt was an important moment for him to have a chat with me. Normal. I called them to come. In that moment, he decided to come, and was a very honest conversation. I told him what he needs to improve. I told him what I would like to see more and more and more. And to be honest and fair with him, he's trying to do everything what I ask him, understanding what is our defensive ID model each day. in a better way. And he did a good 2 games. I think the last performance for Mason was good. Still young, but with more experience playing this moment, and was important. Like we have 3 central defenders, just 3 central defenders. It's tough for us, but the competition is hard between them. And after, of course, Mason is different. The other 2 is a player can give in some games a little bit more speed. He's more agile than the others. On the ball is good as well. The others are a little bit different, but the 3 they are good, very good players, and can help the team depending our strategy and plan to the match.
I know we've spoken about your recent form in terms of certainly the last 6, in terms of results, I'll say, rather than performances. But your home form since the middle of March to now is amazingly good. So how do you explain the difference between, I think only Liverpool have got more wins and more points since March the 17th at home in the Premier League than Everton, and obviously you see where they are on the table. So how do you explain the disparity between where you are and where maybe you should be?
It's tough for us to explain so easy. It's tough. It's not something unfortunate new this season or last season or three seasons ago or 4 seasons ago. Unfortunately, something that happened more with Everton Football Club the last few seasons, and our home form completely different than the away form. Like I said, last season we have improved the away form if you compare with the season before. Our goal for this season is to keep doing the same, at least improve what we did last season in our reform. Until now we are able to do that. We didn't achieve the results we wanted away. Okay, you can look for the matches, like you said, the performance. Sometimes we didn't take from the games what we deserve. I think last game was a good example about that, but football is the main thing are the results, and you have to look to the results as well. And it's something you are working on to improve it, to change, because we cannot have 2 images, 2 faces as a team. One face when you play home and one completely different when you play away. Even if you know, not just for us, for all the teams in Premier League, is completely different if you play home or away. But now is the moment for us to put focus in our home form, and I agree with you. Really, very good numbers for us. And the last 11 we won 8. We kept 8 clean sheets as well in 11 games. That means we are doing the things really well home, like you play, like you control the opponents, like we didn't concede many chances for them to score. Let's see. And we hope we can do the same on Sunday. Is our goal to keep the same against a strong side, a very good team as well. Not in his best moment, but high quality team in my opinion. Very good manager as well. Will be a tough one, but we want to keep the same type of results, the same type of performance at home as well, because we want to win the game.
So how do you look at Tottenham? Because you said yourself there, then it's not just Everton who have changed from home and away, because they haven't won away from home in the Premier League since March.
Yeah, if you look now for our last form home and their form away, looks will be really strong because you are playing home. But each game we have to look and to prepare the game in the right way, respecting them. Don't look because they didn't achieve the good results in the last few home away games. Will be not tough game, because I'm 100% sure it will be a tough one. If you look for their away games, even some games they didn't win. They part of Brighton game where they lost clear the game. All of the others they were really close to win as well. You have quality, tough game against high quality individual players. Of course they are not with that confidence to maybe they were in the last season as well, but against this type of teams in one moment they can change, and our job and what we want to do, that they don't change against us. We want to win the game. We have to show that desire at Goodison the next Sunday, because at Goodison we are getting stronger every single match. The results show that for us, and we have to keep the same.
So just finally then for me, have Tottenham been unlucky then, do you think, or are they vulnerable?
No, I'm not the right person to talk about that, to say that. What I can tell you about Tottenham, they played the final of Champions League last season, and when you look to their team, they didn't lose many players. They did fantastic signings as well. They have a very, very good manager, and for me, will be always tough to play against Tottenham. We look to Tottenham as a strong side, really strong side with high quality. All of them international players and playing the best countries in the world. For me, will be a tough one, just as in our best level, with Goodison being the 12th player. We can win the game, and for us is what is in our mind. Respecting them, don't look for them because they didn't win the last in the last months one away game. For us is not important. Let's focus in what is our role to the match, respecting them, full confidence in ourselves because our desire and our goal is to win the game.
Okay.
Okay.